Have you felt like airport security lines are just getting longer and longer these days? Trust me, you're not imagining it. I'm talking about those endless queues, stretching out near the entrance, full of weary travelers and that unmistakable air of hurry up and wait. There's a whole story behind why we're shuffling through those metal detectors slower than ever before. And it's actually more complicated than you might think. Now let's back up a little. After 9/11's, airport security changed overnight. Suddenly, we had stricter screenings, banned liquids, and that whole shoes-off routine. For a while, these tighter rules and growing passenger numbers managed to coexist. But then, boom, the travel boom hit in the 2010s. Cheap flights became the norm, and airports built decades ago had to handle crowds they were never designed for. But here's the thing. Security lanes didn't really change. A lot of the screening areas you walk through today were built before smartphones, self-check-in kiosks, and carry-ons loaded with gadgets. That means each traveler has more to scan and more to declare, which drags out every single checkpoint. And if you've ever noticed security looking a little understaffed, you're right. Pay hasn't kept up, so seasoned screeners are leaving and the newer folks are still learning the ropes. Then, just as things were getting tight, along came the post-pandemic revenge travel surge. Suddenly, millions of grounded travelers hit the skies again, and airports like Amsterdam's Schiphol made the news for lines stretching out into the parking lot. Governments scrambled to hire more staff, but you can't train a new screener overnight. It takes months. So the bottleneck just kept growing. Now, some airports are investing in high-tech scanners that let you leave your liquids and laptops in your bag. It's a game changer if you're flying through one of the few airports that can actually afford them. For everyone else, it's the same old story. And even when the tech speeds things up at one checkpoint, it can create a traffic jam somewhere else, like at the ID check or the boarding gate. It's no wonder folks are frustrated. Every extra minute you spend in line is time you're not grabbing coffee, shopping, or just catching your breath before that long flight. Some travelers pay extra for programs like TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, hoping to skip the worst of the wait. But even those fast lanes are starting to clog up as more people sign up. Of course, not all airports are created equal. Some, like Singapore's Changi or Doha's Hamad International, are set up to handle big crowds, with sleek security halls and high-tech lanes. But if you're flying out of an older, busier hub like Heathrow or JFK, well, you know you're probably in for a wait. So why do airport security lines feel longer than ever? It's a perfect storm: aging systems, record crowds, underfunded staff, and tech that just can't roll out fast enough. Until airports reinvent the whole process, the best thing you can do is plan ahead, arrive early, and brace for that line. Because in the world of modern travel, the only thing worse than missing your flight is the stress of racing through a security line that feels like it might never end.